Welcome, Hoosier fans, to this Wednesday edition of Banner Morning, your daily rundown of IU basketball news and notes. I'm Jared Morris, host of the Assembly Call, and we're now just 7 days away from IU Marquette. In team news, Indiana opened the 2018-19 season last night with a 104-55 victory over Chicago State. Romeo Langford led Indiana with 19 points in his college debut, 17 of them coming in the first half. At one point, Romeo scored 8 straight points to extend Indiana's lead from 23-16 to 31-16, which was the banner moment on last night's edition of the Assembly Call IU postgame show. Devontae Green, Evan Fitzner, and Justin Smith were also in double-figure scoring, and Zach McRoberts contributed 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and his usual solid defense to go along with 6 points on 2-for-2 shooting from downtown. Robert Phinisee had another strong showing, contributing 5 assists and 5 steals while committing 2 turnovers. The obvious negative from last night's game? Free throw shooting. Indiana shot just 57.6% from the line, and while the 33 attempts are a major plus, Indiana's ability to get to the line is going to be neutralized if they can't start hitting their free throws at a higher clip. The not-so-obvious negative for a game in which Indiana held its opponents to .688 points per possession was defense. Archie Miller was not pleased with his team's defensive consistency and cohesion, stating in his post-game press conference, quote, "Our on-ball defense, our pressure on the ball wasn't where it has to get to. You saw a lot of communication breakdowns, so we have a lot of work to do on that end of the floor," unquote. Now let's go around the horn and get some reaction to Indiana's victory. In his minute after post at Inside the Hall, Ryan Carrazza remarked on Robert Phinisee's continued solid play, saying, quote, "Phinisee appears to have a little more control and balance to his game, which could help tip the scales in his favor as the season goes along and he continues to learn Archie Miller's system and the college game," unquote. Zach Osterman discussed Evan Fitzner's strong debut, saying Fitzner, quote, "spaces the floor well and moves without the ball like an experienced shooter. He's filling the exact need he was recruited to ably for the Hoosiers," unquote. And Ben Ladner commented on Indiana's defensive struggles, stating that, quote, "despite noticeable improvement, Indiana hasn't yet mastered the finer points of the pack line defense. Had Chicago State boasted more capable passers and shooters, it might have generated far more open shots than it did Tuesday night," unquote. Next up for Indiana is Montana State on Friday evening at Simon Scott Assembly Hall. The Bobcats are currently ranked 268th in KenPom. For the links mentioned in this edition of Banner Morning, visit assemblycall.com. And remember to use the URL iutickets.shop to visit SeatGeek for the best prices on IU basketball tickets. That's iutickets.shop, promo code ASSEMBLY for $20 off your first purchase. I'll be back tomorrow with a brand new edition of Banner Morning. Until then, keep your elbows in and your eyes on the rim, and go Hoosiers.